Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. For a second there, I thought I didn't have my mic on. I was like, wait, do I have my mic on? I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Monday, August 11th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Link is in Linktree. Linktree is in the description box. My email's in the description box. If you ever want to chat, you can email me. If you want to do a personal read, you can email me. We can talk about it. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Rare Rebel deck. Okay. You can find this on Etsy. I always forget what it's called. The Rare Rebel shop. Okay. On Etsy. She sells out of these decks. I think she only makes a few at a time, like maybe 5, 10 at a time. So they tend to go a little quick. I got 3 messages. Okay. One, the song by Tori Amos, A Thousand Oceans. Listen to it. It might resonate for someone. Dragon's Blood. I don't know. The Stone? I don't know. The real thing, like Dragon's Blood or Game of Thrones? I don't know. Take what resonates. I was just standing at my pick station today and I just heard Dragon's Blood and I was like what? And then yesterday and today, not at home, not before or after work, but at work. I worked 6 hours yesterday. I worked a full shift today. At work, I kept hearing, I want to be sedated. 24 hours to go. I want to be sedated. I think that's part of the lyrics. And I kept yesterday, as soon as I heard it in my head yesterday, I was like over and over and over. And I just kept like saying the same thing over and over and over. I kid you not, probably like around 11ish, somewhere around there. All of a sudden, I just started saying it over and over and over again. So, yeah, it could just be me. Or somebody can't wait to get out of work because it happened to me at work. It didn't happen to me at home. Didn't happen to me when I was out to dinner with my dad or brother. Didn't happen when I was in the car driving. It was specifically at work. I was picking yesterday, I was picking today, and all of a sudden the song was just there and I started singing the same verse over and over and over and over. So I don't know if somebody is really not enjoying their job. I don't know. Take how it resonates. Yesterday and today. I figured I would share. I figured I was supposed to share, so. And yeah, I don't know what's with the dragon's blood. Like literally just dragon's blood. Okay. I mean, I have a stone. Do you have a stone? Maybe get one. I don't know. I have like a little rubbing stone. It's funny when you hear things, and I pulled out the sheet probably around 10 o'clock. I mean, we started at 5. So, like 5 hours into my shift, I pull out the sheet and I start writing things down because all of a sudden stuff comes to me. But I know some of it's personal, some of it's for me. And I know when some of it is for the collective. Like, I know. And like I said, I don't get messages every day. So, some days I don't, most days I actually don't have anything. Or it's personal. We got 3 on the table. Ooh. Six on the table. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. Oh, and I want to remind everybody we're getting close. We're at like 984 subscribers for the channel. So when we hit 1,000, I said I would do a free giveaway of decks. I will. I probably will wait until like it's 1,010 because those numbers always fluctuate. But I will still do a giveaway. I said I would do a giveaway. I will do a giveaway. And thank you, Miss Young, for sharing my reading. That was very sweet of you. I should say our reading. It's our channel. I got 8 on the table. Let's do one more. One more. 9 on the table. Seven, 10 with bottom of the deck. I'm going to set that over there on the windowsill. We've got wealth and abundance. We've got crossroads. Listen up. Just woosah. We've got red light. We've got new beginnings. We've got toxic. We got fire element. We've got forgiveness. And bottom of the deck, gentleness and grace. All right, feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Let me take a sip of water. Okay, so somebody's going to come to a crossroads. Somebody's going to have to make a decision with this wealth and abundance, this crossroads. Listen to your intuition when this comes about. Listen if you believe your angels, if you talk to God, whatever the case may be for you. Listen to your guidance, okay? Listen to your gut, listen to your heart. When this comes in, when this crossroads comes in and you have to make a decision, you may have to make like a choice on which direction you want to go. You're going to be chilling. Like you're going to be thinking everything is dandy, everything's great. And then all of a sudden, bam, like you have to make a decision. Take the time to think about it. Hit the pause button. Okay. I don't think I've ever said that about this card, but you know how like a pause button is usually red? So here's the thing. You're going to have a choice in new beginnings. One of those new beginnings is really not... You're going to have a toxic fire element come back in. Whether this is like a past person, whether this is a current person, like a friend, a family member, a lover, it doesn't really matter. However it resonates for you. This person is going to come in looking for some type of forgiveness. A fire element is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or they might have it in their chart. If you decide, you go with your gut and you're like, oh, this is toxic. Like, I don't want this person back. I don't want this friend back. Whatever the case may be. You're just called to show a little gentleness and grace, even if they're a complete a-hole. even if they like treated you like shit, even if they royally you, like you're just being called to deal with it with gentleness and grace. And I totally, I'm just going to say it, totally up to you on whether or not you give this person forgiveness. You know, that's totally up to you. That's between you and God and this person. But deal with the situation as you would want somebody to deal with you. And even if this person was an a-hole, you know, be the bigger person. And I know that's hilarious. Some of you are probably going to be like, "Oh my god, I can't even believe she's saying that." I know. I've done some crazy stuff in my recent past. Be the bigger person. And do you want a new beginning with this fire element? You know, something you're going to have to make the call. It's your call. If you get that gut feeling that it's no good, that you don't, whatever this person did to you, however the two of you were involved, whatever the case was, you're like, no, like, no, boundaries are still up. Nope. Then no, that's fine. But be semi decent about it. Don't be an a-hole back to them. If you subscribe, if you follow, I talk about it all the time. Last November, I got into it with a woman at work. She always treats everybody like trash. I thought I was treating her like trash right back. I'm like, you get what you give, right? I told her I didn't want to be friends anymore. I didn't want to talk to her, blah, blah, blah. When I really thought about it, when I really thought about it, after my anger abated, after my red haze abated, um, abated, that's a word, right? Is that a word? I realized it doesn't matter. If she could be mean to every person in the warehouse, I should not have done that to her because that's not who I am. Like, I showed her a side of myself that really is not even a side of myself. Like, that's not me. Like, what was I doing? Like, who was I channeling? Right? Because that's just not me. And I should have just quietly walked away and not said anything. I should have just let it go, and I should have just stopped talking to her. Eventually she'll get the hint, and it is what it is, right? You don't have to shove it in her face. So take it from me, in my learning experience, in the moment I thought I was doing the right thing, but after I really thought about it, I didn't just feel bad for her for the way I treated her. I felt bad for myself too, because again, like, that's not who I am. I don't treat people like that. Like, you really have to be like the lowest of the low for me to treat you like that. And I think, even if you know my story about my ex best friend of 30 years who sexually assaulted me twice, I I feel like even now, if she were to come back into my life, I really don't have anything other to say than you're not welcome here. Other than that, I hope you're well. I hope you're healing, but you're not welcome here. And click, I don't really have anything else to say. And I might feel differently, like if I hear her voice or if I see her in public or something like that, but I mean, I just know I wouldn't want her back in my life, whether she's looking, to apologize or not. It doesn't really matter. Like, I don't want her in my life. So I would just be like, no, thanks, but no thanks. You know, it's almost 3 years now. So just think about it. If this crossword situation comes in for you and you got to make a decision on this toxic fire element. And again, I would never tell anybody to go back to someone that's abusive if they were abusive to you. No, I mean, like, don't even talk to them. Like, why would just don't even talk to them, you know? If it was like a little spat or something happened and they want forgiveness and you want to forgive them, forgive them. You have to go with your gut and your intuition on this. And, you know, it's going to vary person to person. Some of you might not even see this. I'm just going to say this. I have so many people from my past that probably should come in and offer me some type of apology for something or other. None of them. Like I would be shocked if somebody came in from the past, called me, texted me, showed up at my place, like, "Hey, can we talk? I just want to apologize." I'd be shocked. Shocked. There's probably like a dozen people. Probably at least. Yeah, I would be blown away. I'd be like, "You're here and you want to apologize?" You know, like 5 years later, 10 years later, like, excuse me? And I'm just going to say it too. For some of you, this just might be energetic. This might not even show up in your reality, but there could be somebody out there wanting to come back in for forgiveness. And this is just kind of your notice that, you know, they're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. We don't know if they're going to come in. They've been thinking about it a long time, right? I don't know why I was picturing like the color green, but like a hunter green, you know, like that deep dark green. Maybe somebody's gonna paint something because I just saw a paint can. I always like sage green. I used to work for Yankee Candle, and that was like their signature color at the time. Like it was in their decor and stuff. And I always liked the sage green. Never painted a room like that though. Not one. I remember when the ex-husband and I lived in our house, I wanted to paint the kitchen that color, but then I didn't do it. Something about like ice cream trucks or food trucks and fire trucks. Like a parade maybe? Like a we just had the 4th, but maybe Labor Day? It's kind of weird to think of all three of those together. The only thing I could think of is like a holiday, like a parade, or like if they do like a food truck festival or something and then the fire department's there. Somebody likes to collect like rocks, not like not like not like polished rocks. I don't have any in here. I was collecting rocks off the beach when I was going in the morning to watch the sunrise. I think I got like 7 or 8 rocks, but they're all like natural. They're not polished or anything like that. Like if somebody likes to collect like natural stone Or, like if you're out in the woods and you're walking a trail or something, you might pick up a rock, like if it stands out to you or something like that. Pebbles, maybe. Or maybe you should, if you don't, maybe you should get some natural rocks. Like I said, I have a little dish by my front door um, that has all my little natural rocks that I picked up at the beach. Two of them are bigger. Two of them are bigger, and then I think there's a bunch of little ones in there. And then I also have some glass from Lake Michigan, like sea glass. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. I think that was short and sweet. I think that's a little self-explanatory because if this comes in for you, you're going to have to make that decision. All right. I hope it resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. And I hope you all have a great Monday or whatever day it is where you are. I'll talk to you later. Bye.